Shanti, English Avyakt versions, 29th of June 1970. Headline: The Unlimited Form of Surrender. Do all of you know your four images? Today, Babdada is seeing the four images of each one, of this present time, of the conference age, not of the future time. What are those four images? Do you know your own images? Some replied, the things that you all said. Have you become such images, or are you becoming those? When will you become those? Or do you think that you will go fast at the last moment? However, will you be able to go fast at the last moment? The more you make yourself an image of success over a long period of time, to that extent you will claim a right to a complete kingdom over a long period of time. For instance, if someone is not an embodiment of success over a long period of time, then according to that, he will claim the right to a kingdom for a short time. He does not receive it for the full time. Only those who are engaged in making effort to become perfect over a long period of time claim the right to a kingdom for the full time. What are the four images Baba is seeing? This is also an image, though also an aim of four becoming complete. Firstly, Baba is seeing the image of knowledge. Secondly, the image of virtues. Thirdly, the image of being a donor. And fourthly, the image of complete success. You are told that to do service means to be a great donor. So Babdada is seeing the four images of each one. The image of four faces is remembered. You have to give everyone the vision of four images in the one image. If even one image is missing here, there will accordingly be a weakness there. Just as you book in the luggage, just as you book in the luggage that you take with you when traveling, and you receive it at the other end. Similarly, this too is a booking office. To the extent that you book whatever you want now, so you will accordingly attain it there. Think whether you have become all four images. Have you become those with four images? The more you imbibe all of these aspects of your image here, so accordingly you will receive a future kingdom, and your non-living images that are to be created in the copper age will be created according to your images of the conference age. Do you understand? So now, what aim will you keep in front of you in order to become a complete image? You tell those on the path of devotion to come and understand what effort the deities made that they became as they are portrayed in the images. So, what aim will you keep in front of you in order to become a perfect image? What aim did they keep? In the corporeal form, there is just the one aim of perfection. What aim did Baba keep in order to become Karmadit? In which aspects did he become perfect? Do you know how much he adopted an unlimited vision of the word perfect? Perfect is just one word, but he imbibed it to such an unlimited extent that he became as he is. By having the aim of total surrender, he became perfect. So, he became perfect to the extent that he surrendered. However, what is the unlimited form of surrender? The more you imbibe this in an unlimited way, to that extent you will make your intellect unlimited and become one with the right to the world. What was that unlimited surrender? There are four aspects in that too. Firstly, your every thought should be surrendered. Secondly, every second should be surrendered. That is, your time should be surrendered. Thirdly, your actions should be surrendered. And fourthly, your relationships and wealth should also be surrendered. There also has to be the surrender of all relationships. Lokic relations are, of course, included in that anyway. However, the relationship between the body and the soul should also be surrendered. Have you surrendered to this extent? Perishable wealth is not a big thing, but imperishable wealth, the attainments of happiness, peace, purity, love, and bliss as a birthright, was surrendered in the service of other souls. He felt that peace for himself lay in the peace of the children. So, in giving peace to other souls, he considered it to be peace for him. This is what it means to surrender your worldly wealth together with your godly wealth while staying in the state of a detached observer. So, there is such a vast, unlimited significance in the word surrender. Do you understand? Those who imbibe it to such an unlimited extent become image of success and images of perfection. So do not see the word surrender with the ordinary meaning. It is easy to surrender worldly things, but to surrender worldly attainments means to be a great donor and to have your thoughts for others happens number wise according to one's capacity and worthiness. Those who surrender everything to this extent are said to be those who are totally surrendered. Have you become such images of perfection? Some such images of surrender. All consciousness of I should be totally merged. When something is merged in something else, it becomes the same. To merge means to become the same. So, the more you merge the consciousness of I, the more you will become an image of equality. When you serve innumerable souls, what is the aim you keep? To make them similar to ourselves. We do not just have to make others equal to yourselves, but equal to the Father. If you make them equal to yourselves, the weaknesses you have will also become their weaknesses. Therefore, if you wish to become perfect, you must not make others just equal to yourself, but equal to the Father, just as Baba makes you more elevated than himself. In the same way, if you make others more elevated than yourselves, it means you have followed the Father. So you must not just make others equal to yourselves, but equal to the Father. If you have just kept the aim of making others equal to yourselves, they will have many weaknesses remaining because the aim you kept was just to that extent. This is why you must always keep the aim of perfection. You have to keep the aim of the perfect image that has been revealed. You cannot keep an image of that which is still incognito, which is still not revealed. As your aim, so your objectives. So your objective. Therefore, if you keep an elevated aim, you will have elevated attainment. Now, your third eye should always be focused on the target in a very stable way. When people have a stage where they are totally lost in love, their eyes become very still. In the same way that this third eye, the eye of the divine intellect, should be stable and constant. To be stable means to be focused on one. Their stage should be visible as being lost in love. How will others have a vision of the third eye? Through the forehead. A sparkle on the forehead and intoxication in the eyes will be visible. Through this, you will be able to tell whether someone, the third eye, is lost in love or whether he is on a battlefield. When your eyes are not well, the eyelids constantly blink. If that third eye is functioning accurately, that is, if the divine intellect is clean in an accurate way, it will be stable. What happens when dust gets in your eyes? The eyelid starts to blink. The sign of dust is a fluctuation. The sign of perfect health is stability. In the same way, this third eye should always remain stable. People will have visions from your forehead and your eyes, and so check, does my third eye open and close very quickly, or does it remain constantly open? When people are lost in remembrance of someone, their eyes become still. In the same way, only those who are lost in remembrance of one will be able to stabilize themselves in the stage of perfection. Otherwise, like the eyes, the third eye, it will continue to open and shut. It will not be able to remain still. If there is some dust, quickly remove it. Baba will tell you an amusing situation. For instance, if people are having a vision of you and your image keeps fluctuating, what vision would they have? When someone's photo is about to be taken, the photographer asks him to stop moving. If he moves, the photograph would be spoiled. In the same way, what vision would others have if your stage keeps fluctuating? Just as you make yourself very stable at the time of being photographed, in the same way, always think that your devotees are having a vision of you at every moment. Then you will become an image that grants vision. That is an image of stability. Otherwise, devotees will not have a clear vision. In order to grant a clear vision, a stable intellect, and a constant stage are essential. Do you understand? Devotees will have visions of each of you at this time. The souls of those devotees will be filled with the seed, that is, with those sanskars. Then those sanskars will be merged and will then emerge in the copper age. Just as we explained that the founders of religion take message and sanskars from here, which then emerge from them later. In the same way, your subjects and your devotees will carry their sanskars and they will then emerge accordingly. If the devotees are not shown a clear image, how can you fill them with those sanskars? You also have to carry out this task. You must not just create subjects, but together with that, you also have to fill the devotees with those sanskars. How many subjects you have created and how many have become devotees will also be known. The rosaries of devotees and subjects will both be revealed. Each of you will have a vision of both your rosaries. You will have a vision of yourself as to where you are threaded in the rosary. The significance of some having more subjects and some having more devotees is still incognito. In the same way, some have less prosperity even though they have a big kingdom, whereas others have a smaller kingdom but greater prosperity. This is also an incognito secret which will be revealed at some point. At present, keep the aim of creating subjects. Devotees will be created like a motor a minute. At the last moment, the devotees will pray to you here at this time. They will not worship you, they will sing your praise and they will then worship you there. You will know all these languages.